Sitting at home can be a double-edged sword. While you do get the opportunity to save time on your commute and even get a little more shut-eye, some people can easily fall into a sloth-like, unproductive state that will make it very difficult when you return to work. Following some of these guides will help keep you sharp, positive, and motivated. But how, Yusuf? How do I stay on top of this and get my shit together? I've got you covered. Granted, you've heard some of, if not all of these things before, but I'm doing this for myself more than anyone. And hey, I'm not forcing you to watch this. Click away. Go on. Well, I'm glad you didn't. So anyway, not sure what you're going to be doing today? Well, there's the first problem. Even something as rudimentary as a pen and paper with a to-do list is a great start. Don't keep it all in your head. Chances are the things in your head are going to begin to stack, and the list of things in your head is going to build up and just seem impossible. Allow your brain to offload some of that somewhere. To do this properly, I highly recommend using a Kanban board and Trello. We've got a video on that to help get you up and running in no time. Best of all, it's zero cost and super easy to do. So set yourself some tasks, hold yourself accountable, and I promise, just ticking something off that list, regardless of how small it is, will feel like and absolutely is a win. So now that you know what you've got to do, you've got to know when you're going to do it. There's no point in saying you've got all of these things to do and you, let's say, prioritize applying for a job over making a 7-tier pancake stack. Nothing, and I mean nothing, should come in the way of pancakes. But seriously, use a calendar and plan your week ahead. The reason the likes of Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and other financially successful people are successful is because they have mastered the art of turning every 60 seconds into as much money as possible. They're just hyper efficient. Planning also includes planning your breaks and time away from your desk. I suggest taking just 10 minutes every hour to walk around, have a small stretch, and maybe even grab a quick cuppa. Prioritization is equally important. If there's something that's urgent and you have the resource to schedule it earlier, don't waste the time, as you're only going to get that time back after you invent that time machine next week, Thursday. Well, that's ironic, Yusuf, as you're posting this on social media. Yeah, I didn't say stay away, just keep it to a minimum. It's easy to open up a new tab or whip out your phone just to make sure Mark Zuckerberg is harvesting your private data and Janet is living the perfect life selling hand sanitizer in the Bahamas. Just limit it to your break and you'll have a good time. I cannot say enough about this. Ideally, you want to go to a gym, but that may not always be an option. So even if you schedule some time to walk around the neighborhood or, I don't know, follow a Zumba class online, just make sure you're not trying to compete with some molasses. When I say diet, I'm not referring to losing weight. I just mean having a balanced one. Our bodies need the right proportions of fat, carbohydrates, and protein to function properly and at its peak. High fatty foods can be difficult for your body to break down and will really make you feel weighed down and lethargic. Minor tweaks in your diet and a little bit of exercise will go a long way in making you feel better, reducing stress, and just keeping you sharp overall. Your bed is for sleeping. Your lavatory is for lavatoring. Let's leave it that way. Now granted, not everyone is going to have the luxury of having a dedicated work area, but even if it's your dining room, try to get a space that's a dedicated workspace. Ideally, you want to be in a separate room so you can minimize on any distractions there may be, or possibly you're courageous enough to go to a coffee shop where there's people and free Wi-Fi. I guess it all comes down to your needs. So if you, for example, need to meet customers, you may not be able to repurpose the dining room. If you're really tight on space, you can use something like a folding desk, so you can set up your battle station during 9 to 5 and hide it away to get your room back in the evening. I'll leave the link in the description below for the one that you saw on screen, which seems to have a good rating on Amazon and some good customer reviews. This applies to people with and without jobs. Some people feel it's okay to stop learning after school. Why? Also, some people think that learning is going to require you to sell your remaining kidney. Not so much. There are tons of videos online on YouTube, for example, but I think it's better if you go for a more structured approach. A site like Skillshare, for example. You want to learn about Excel? Bam! They've got it. You want to learn about preparing for an interview? Kasplat! They have it. You want to learn about Lego vesting, which is buying and selling Lego. You guessed it. there you have it. Their platform is super easy to use, can be accessed on all of your smart devices, and they've got courses for just about anything. Even if you want to brush up on some areas, taking an online course with an instructor and a structure is definitely the way to go. Some pro tips here. I highly recommend taking notes to help retain the information. Also, if you find the course a little slow, you can watch the videos on a faster speed setting, and you will be surprised at how much time you'll save and that your brain has actually retained all of that information. Skillshare has two pricing tiers, namely Basic and Premium. Basic will give you access to the free classes, but with Premium you'll get the whole shebang. That's over 20,000 classes. Using the link in the description, Skillshare will give you the first 2 months of Premium for free. Yep, that's all access for the first 2 months to all the courses on their platform. Best get learning. This is more for people that are currently waiting on their next role. We all know recruitment and interviews can take an absurd amount of time. While you're waiting, why not earn some extra cash on the side? Skillshare has some classes on setting up side hustles, which you should definitely check out, but I'll give you some ideas here. If you've got some professional skills, you can use sites like Upwork. Upwork is a platform where employers post projects and freelancers like you can apply for them. There's everything from project management, data entry, and even software development. You'll still have to submit a proposal for projects you're interested in and maybe even attend a remote interview, but still a great opportunity to make some extra dough. If you'd like to give buying and selling a shot, there's sites like freecycle.org. This is a non-profit movement where people give away stuff for free for you to keep and just to make sure they don't get into the landfill. You might even stumble across something you can repurpose, repair, or possibly sell. These might seem menial, but it's better than sitting around staring at your phone waiting for job offers to come in. And you can earn some extra cash while doing it. Well, that's it. Whether you're working from home, looking for a new job, it's important to remain as productive as possible. This is important both for your own well-being as well as the others around you. Remember, time is one thing you are never going to get back once it's gone. So it's best we make the most of it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Leave a comment down below if you've got some tips on getting your together, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.